Hello everyone and welcome back to Becoming a Polyglot. Yes, the time of year has finally come. The course manuals are online. And of course, as you all know me, I am the student who's going to check out these course manuals midst of summer, holidays. I mean, why not? As I was very excited for the Old Irish course manual, I decided that I may need to start working on the first few exercises. So let's do some research first. Okay, let's see, Old Irish. What can we find if we look that up online? Wikipedia, some pictures. Old Irish pub. Okay, not much. Okay, YouTube then. Alright, so mostly short, but this is all about speaking Irish, not Old Irish. Here, Irish, the Irish once again. Singing? Well, I'd love to be taught Irish by Niall Horan, but he doesn't teach Old Irish. Okay, so what better way to start learning a new language than by first looking at the phonology and how to pronounce everything, the alphabet, etc. And luckily this course manual provides lots of content, but to actually hear someone speak Old Irish is still really difficult. But hey, I found one video.
Ni formdig fri pangurban, cara de kieshin amakda.
Okay, that did not sound like anything I know at all. So let's just start with the book. Luckily I already bought one. And I'm going to dedicate this beautiful blue Oxford notebook to Old Irish for this year. Take it to classes with me, etc. Write down my notes. And yeah, let's just get started on phonology. Little tip, if you first highlight the piece of paper and then write on it, it won't smudge. See this IPA component, letter, whatever you want to call it, often with Old Irish. I have no idea how to pronounce it. It's spelled like a G, and here as well, but there's no equivalent as to how to pronounce it in English. So let's just listen to it.
Ra, ra.
Ra. So more like R-A?
Ra, ra.
I also hear a bit of a G sound. R-G-A? Ra, ra, ra. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna write that down. Okay, so now that I've written down a phonology of Old Irish, I did all of the consonants, so both plain as palatalized, and just as a little support memory, palatalized, that your tongue raises towards the hard palate, similar to the sound yes. So just a little support note for myself, and then below here I keep a little space for class notes, as I saw that the first lecture is all about phonology. But of course we don't only have consonants but also vowels. So immediately recognizable is when a vowel is like a long vowel, then it has a little accent on the IPAs, and of course with the dots. Actually it's not really dots, they are like little arrows pointing at each other, but I'll just write down dots. I know what it means. But the Old Irish letters actually have accents on them if they're meant to be pronounced longer. So therefore I also include the English pronunciation of how to pronounce the letter. So this is not the translation of the Old Irish words, not at all. This is only about phonology and not yet about learning words, because I first need to know how to pronounce everything. Oh my goodness. And here I have some room left for class notes. The only thing that we still have are short diphthongs and long diphthongs. So I will write those down too, and then we're done, for now at least. I underlined the different letters linking to the IPA, because sometimes, well, most of the time it makes sense, but sometimes it doesn't. Like this V with a thingy above is written like an M but pronounced as a V. So yeah, stuff like that. X is actually a ch. So I thought I should underline those, and I did the same thing for the other side, the vowels, short diphthongs and long diphthongs. And once again I left room for some class notes. And as you may see, it is not like by far the most aesthetically pleasing note-taking method, but I know if I do that I won't be able to keep on doing that each and every day. So this is a bit more realistic, and still it's organized. So yeah, that's the most important thing. How cozy, it started to rain. I am such a fall girl. I found this autumn leaves candle. I'm like, yes, it's raining, let's light it. Okay, so when looking at what we need to do for week 1, it's mostly about an introduction, of course, phonology, spelling. Okay, so phonology, I dotted down, that's great. And we need to read a certain part of the book. And that is this book, A Student's Companion to Old Irish Grammar, by Dutchman. Dutchwoman, Dutchman. I find that very funny. So we need to read page 1 to 17. I think this is mostly about, yeah, just the basics. And about some pronunciation. Maybe I can add some to my own notes. That'll be great. So I'll just read this through, and then we'll get started on possessive pronouns. It's the first thing that we need to learn in terms of, well, actual words. Possessive pronouns, 114. It's a good thing that we start with possessive pronouns, because when I started learning, what was it again? Check. I did that like halfway through my day. I'm like, if I did this beforehand, I would have understood a lot of sentences much better. So let's start with possessive pronouns, or just pronouns in general. Let's not look too much at it, because I already am getting a bit nauseous by looking at this. If you know me, you know I'm not a grammar nerd. This is going to be lots of grammar. How fun. Okay, so I've learned something interesting about glide vowels, and I don't know if this is specific for Old Irish or not, but I did not know about this. Glide vowels and what that means and what they do. Well, a glide vowel is always placed between a consonant and another vowel, or vice versa. And their only function is to indicate whether the letter that follows is neutral or palatal. Anyhow, they are not pronounced. So we have the glide vowels I, E and A, and to give you an example, and I don't know if I pronounce this correctly in Old Irish, but the Old Irish word berit could mean he carries or he may carry, and that all depends on how you pronounce that R. So if it would be he carries, then it will be palatalized, and if it would be he may carry, then it is neutral. So it all depends on that R. Therefore, a glide vowel is being used, because if we put the vowel I in between there, then we know that the R should be palatalized. Therefore, you know then that Berit is he carries. Alright, so yesterday I have finished the basic chapter, the chapter about the basics of Old Irish, and yesterday I ended on camera with the glide vowels. So what I added to that, or what I learned, is syncope. I don't know how to pronounce it. Syncope. It means the loss of a vowel when certain syllables are put behind one another. So yeah, I did not know that even existed. Lenition, delenition, nasalization, and H mutation. Those are the basics that I need to know, need to be able to understand when learning Old Irish. And I have to say, even though I know the terms, apart from syncope, I did need to refresh my memory. I did a, what's it called? Morphology class, phonology class in the first years of my bachelor studies. So that's already 3.5 years ago. So that's quite a while. Even when I looked at the IPA, I'm like, do I still know what kind of sound that produces? I have no idea. So it's good to refresh my memory because I need it. Let me just take you through my notes. I am not going to explain stuff purely because I'm not an expert. I don't know. I have learned it from a book. I have made notes from this book and what I see on the internet, and of course I haven't started yet with classes, so yeah, it's all about finding out together. I'm not a teacher in this, so yeah. Here once again my notes about the glide vowels, syncope? I don't know. Loss of a vowel. Easier. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read my notes on lenition, delenition, nasalization and H mutation. Yeah, that was it. So now we turn to yet another blank page. We are going to discuss possessive pronouns. If I've already learned one thing from Old Irish, and I only started with phonology, is that the spelling and the placement of syllables and letters within the word really matters as to how you pronounce it or what you should and should not pronounce. And yesterday I've been focusing on that solidly, and I already thought like, okay, it starts to feel like grammar. And when we drift off to grammar, that's where you lose me. No, it's fine, but this is no cup of tea. And I didn't think it was, by all means, I did not think it was, but this is really something that I have to learn because I don't have that, well, I do, but to a certain amount. I don't see the logic behind grammar or behind such phonology rules, basically. I really need to learn in context, and I'm nowhere close to learning this in context just yet because it's just honestly too difficult. Honestly, it's almost as if you want to read the Chinese characters before you know what they mean. You just can't. Same with the phonology rules that I just learned yesterday that I half forgot today, so need to look at that again. There are even letters in there that are pronounced but not written, and the other way around, so therefore I thought French was just like that. No, that's a joke, but yeah. Okay, anyhow, possessive pronouns. So that is the grammar part. We're starting there with the grammar part. and we need to read a certain page. Okay, as I've just learned about possessive pronouns, I'm sorry, I've got a bit confused. What am I going to learn? Pronouns or possessive pronouns? No, possessive. Okay, so my, your, his, her, etc. I just made my own little sheet. The first thing I notice is there is no we. It's my, your, his, her. It's our, your, their. And the last three, of course, being plural and the first five being singular. There's no we. I don't see it in the book either, so that is good to know. Other than that, it seems pretty normal. The book literally says that. It ends with, and that's basically it. which is why I find this book very funny as well. So we have separate forms, and if we look at the third form of possessive pronouns, so that's his, her, and it's all a. But how do you distinguish which is which? Of course, context helps a lot, as per usual, but when you're translating something, I'm like, The difference also that I noticed right now, and I've also learned yesterday, is that for her, feminine, possessive pronoun, uses an H mutation, that it is only heard in the pronunciation and not written in the spelling. So basically that means that I'm done for week 1. The lightning is horrible. I'm so sorry. I was wondering what you guys are thinking of me learning Old Irish and me sharing that journey as well. Initially I had in mind to make a couple of videos, like a little series idea of me learning Old Irish, taking you along with me. So now we just did the basics, and the first thing after this is my first few words, yay! But no, I want to take you along with me on a journey. Once again, I am no teacher, I don't know anything. It's all about learning together and me sharing my experiences with you all, and this is just way before I get started with my real studies. So I thought it would be fun to see my progression, like if I made another video like halfway through the blog or at the end of the blog, showing you what I've done, showing you what I've learned. Let me know what you would like to see. So let this be the very first Old Irish, Learn Old Irish with me video on YouTube, because there are none out there. Like literally none. If you've seen some resources out there about Old Irish, please do let me know, as I can use all the help. If you like this video, give a thumbs up, comment down below, because I'd love to chat with you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Click on that notification bell so you won't miss my next video. And if you're interested in other Celtic languages, I recently did 2 videos on Scottish Gaelic as well, so check those out. Alright, see you soon, bye bye!